It disappeared from radar just minutes after takeoff. Russian emergency services say fragments of the plane have been found in countryside 40 kilometers from the airport. All 71 people on board are confirmed to have died. But Lucy Taylor is live in Moscow for us. Lucy, what more do we know about the crash?
Well, it certainly sounds from the initial reports like this is a fairly terrible story for Moscow. As you say, it was a passenger plane taking off from one of Moscow's main international airports, although this was a domestic flight heading southeast to Orsk in the region of the Urals. But it didn't get very far. Within 4 to 7 minutes of takeoff, it disappeared from the radar. And we're hearing from news agencies that eyewitnesses saw, or say they saw, a burning plane falling from the sky. It certainly lost altitude very quickly, and we're told from emergency sources that it's unlikely that anyone on board has survived. We know there were 71 people on board, 65 of them were passengers and 6 of them were members of the crew. So far, we don't know exactly what's happened, but of course everybody in Russia will be watching this story and trying to work out how such a thing could happen on one of the country's large airlines from one of the city's biggest international airports.
People obviously are concerned that perhaps this might be terrorism. I mean, do we know what caused it? Mechanical failure, weather conditions, lots of things on social media.
Yes, there's certainly lots of speculation at the moment, but it's only just about 3 hours since this plane took off, so it's very early stages. We've heard that the emergency services are actually struggling to reach the site because of the bad weather, and it's certainly possible that bad weather has contributed to this. You'll remember that Russia has had a record snowfall over the past few weeks, and certainly today there's pretty terrible weather, a lot of snow in the sky, but we don't know yet whether it is caused by that, whether it's some form of human error, or, as you say, another cause. The President, Vladimir Putin, has already said that he wants to set up a special commission to investigate the cause of this crash. He's also sent his condolences. And we're hearing that the Transport Minister is also on his way to the airport to speak to the airline, to speak to the people involved, and to try and find out how this could possibly have happened. The government has opened a hotline for relatives who are concerned that their loved ones may have been on this flight. This is a Russian airline, a domestic flight, and it's likely that many of the people on board may have been Russians. But they will certainly want to get to the bottom of this because it's an incredibly sad story for Russia, and also very terrible timing, because these are airlines that many hundreds of and thousands of people will be using over the summer when this country hosts the World Cup, which is spread around cities across Europe. And certainly they will want to find out what on earth has happened here.